The Young and the Restless spoilers. Next week, July 20 to the 24th of July, 2026. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel for another deep dive into our favorite Genoa City drama. It is a beautiful day to talk soap operas, even if things are getting incredibly dark and twisted on our screens right now. Grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get right into it. I cannot believe they are doing this again. I am literally sitting here typing this up late at night because my brain will not shut off after watching the latest episodes and reading the spoilers for the week of July 20. I mean, are the writers actively trying to give us all heart attacks? Because it is absolutely working. I have been watching this show for years and years, and I have opinions on what they are doing to these characters right now. Let's just jump right in because my blood pressure is completely through the roof, and I need to vent to people who actually understand my pain. First of all, can we talk about Devin Winters? I am sorry, but what on earth has happened to this man? I know some people are loving this dark, edgy, unforgiving version of him, but personally, I am terrified. He just found out the exact date of Mariah Copeland's release from her mental health facility, and he is completely losing his mind. And I don't mean he's just a little upset or holding a grudge. I mean he is spiraling into a full-blown psychological breakdown. Abby was hinting to Jack at the hospital that there was trouble at home, and now we know exactly why. Devin is a ticking time bomb. Remember when Mariah had her psychological break and kidnapped baby Dominic? Yes, it was horrible. Yes, it was deeply traumatizing for everyone involved. But Mariah was sick. She was acting as a surrogate. Her hormones were everywhere. She was held captive by Ben Rayburn in a literal room for weeks, and her mind snapped. She went to a facility to get professional help. And now that she's finally coming home, Devin is acting like she's a monster coming to destroy them. I am legitimately worried for Mariah's physical safety at this point. Devin's rage is so intense, so feral, that I honestly think he might do something unforgivable when she gets out. And what does this mean for his marriage to Abby? Abby is trying to keep the peace, but you can see the cracks forming in their relationship. If Devin doesn't get his anger in check, he is going to destroy his family all over again. He is pushing everyone away with this toxic rage. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about the corporate side of things, because that is making me just as crazy, if not crazier. I cannot stand Victor Newman right now. There, I said it. I know he's the legendary patriarch, I know he's a soap icon, and I know this is what he does, but he is being an absolute monster this week. Sally Spectra is pregnant. She has already lost one baby. Remember the absolute heartbreak of losing little Ava? My heart shattered for Courtney Hope during those scenes. She acted her absolute heart out. And now she is pregnant again. Her hormones are raging. She is trying to build Spectra Charles Media from the ground up, and Victor is secretly launching a massive corporate attack to destroy her. Why? Because he can. Because he wants control. Adam is literally begging him, pleading with his father to leave this pregnant woman alone, and Victor just does not care. He is pushing forward despite everyone's concerns. But here's the part that really gets me, the part that makes me want to throw my remote at the television. Sally overheard Adam and Chelsea talking, and because she is so stressed and paranoid about her company, she jumped to the completely wrong conclusion. She thinks Adam and Chelsea are the ones plotting against her. I mean, come on, Sally. Adam loves you. He is trying to protect you from his father. But because Victor is pulling the strings from the shadows, Sally is directing all her panic and anger at the wrong people. At least this gives her and Audra Charles some time to prep their defenses. Speaking of Audra, I am kind of loving their friendship right now. Audra has her own trauma with miscarriages, having lost a baby with Noah years ago. So she is the perfect person to support Sally right now. But if Victor's stress causes Sally to lose this baby, I will never, ever forgive the writers. Never. I will riot. Okay, back to the point. Let's talk about Nikki. My heart is in a million pieces for Nikki Newman. We've been waiting for the bandages to come off her eyes, hoping and praying for a miracle. And what happens? The bandages come off, and she still cannot see. She is still blind. Melody Thomas Scott is acting her absolute heart out right now. The sheer devastation on her face when the light didn't come through. I was sobbing. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Nikki has been through so much trauma over the years, the MS, the alcoholism, the endless kidnappings, the drama with Diane, and now this. It's just cruel. And what makes it worse is that Victor is out there causing chaos, secretly looting her estate with that fake medical power of attorney and playing God while his wife is sitting in darkness. I am so glad Nate Hastings is stepping up. Nate wants to return to surgery to help her, and honestly, I am here for it. Nate used to be a brilliant surgeon before he went to the dark side of corporate raiding and betrayed his family. Maybe saving Nikki's sight is exactly what Nate needs to redeem his own soul? I know some fans think Nate is beyond redemption after what he did to Chancellor Winters, but I've always had a soft spot for him. Please, writers, let Nate fix Nikki's eyes. We need a win right now. We need some light in this incredibly dark storyline. But wait, because we have to talk about the most unhinged, ridiculous, mind-boggling storyline of the year. Phyllis Summers and Matt Clark? What are they doing? Am I hallucinating? Phyllis is actually dating Matt Clark? The man who tortured her ex-husband? The man who terrorized Sharon? The man who is currently faking amnesia and living at the Newman Ranch? I cannot wrap my brain around this. Is it a match made in heaven or a match made in hell? It's hell. It is straight up hell. Phyllis is playing with fire, and she is going to get burned so badly. I know she's desperate. I know she's looking for leverage against Victor after that whole AI framing disaster, but cuddling up to Matt Clark is a new low even for Phyllis. And the fallout is already happening. Nick saw them having an intimate moment, and he completely lost his mind. And honestly, I don't blame him. Nick has been under so much pressure. His mom is blind, his dad is a tyrant, his daughter's company is under attack, and now his ex-wife is macking on his worst enemy. Nick's anger is so explosive right now that everyone is terrified he is going to relapse into his drug addiction. Remember when Nick was popping pills and doing lines of cocaine in Vegas? We are dangerously close to that happening again. If Phyllis's toxic dating choices push Nick back into addiction, she will never be able to look Summer or Noah in the eye again. It's reckless, it's stupid, and I am screaming at my television every time they share a scene. I mean, what is the end game here, Phyllis? Do you really think you can outsmart a psychopath like Matt Clark? Because you can't. He is going to turn on you the second he gets the chance. And just when you think the Abbott family is going to be the voice of reason in this town, Kyle Abbott says, "Hold my beer," K-Y-L-E. Sweet, stupid, naive Kyle. What is wrong with his brain? He actually went to the jail to visit Patty Williams. Yes, Patty. I poisoned Summer and wore Emily Peterson's face, Williams. And he made a deal with her to get revenge on Victor. I'm sorry, but did Kyle forget that Patty literally shot his father? Did he forget that Patty is a violently unhinged psychopath who just kidnapped his aunt Ashley's daughter and grandson? You do not make deals with Patty Williams. You just don't. Claire Newman is furious with him, and she is 100% right. Claire warned him not to mess with her grandfather, and Kyle just ignored her. I was kind of rooting for a Kyle and Claire reunion, but Kyle is acting so incredibly foolish right now that I want Claire to run for the hills. Kyle thinks he can outsmart Victor Newman by using a deranged criminal as a weapon. It didn't work for Jack, it didn't work for Adam, and it is definitely not going to work for Kyle. All he is going to do is get himself, or worse, his parents, killed. Diane is already dealing with enough trauma after Dr. Markham tried to strangle her in her car. Jack is being blackmailed for sex by Patty, and now their son is actively conspiring with a woman making their lives a living hell? It's madness. Absolute madness. I just don't understand the thought process here. Kyle has always been a little bit arrogant, a little bit too sure of himself because he grew up in that massive Abbott mansion with a silver spoon in his mouth. But this takes the cake. He is playing a game with lives on the line. Patty Williams does not care about Kyle. She does not care about his revenge plot. She only cares about her own twisted obsessions. And Victor? Victor is going to find out about this deal. You know he is. Victor knows everything that happens in Genoa City. And when he finds out that Kyle went behind his back to team up with the woman who terrorized his family, Victor is going to crush Kyle like a bug. And Jack won't be able to save him this time. So where does this leave us? We have Devin on the verge of a violent breakdown, Victor terrorizing a pregnant woman, Nikki trapped in darkness, Phyllis dating a monster, Nick on the edge of a relapse, and Kyle making deals with the devil. I am exhausted. I am emotionally drained. But you know what? This is why I watch. Because even when I am furious, even when I am typing in all caps at 2 in the morning, I am invested. The stakes haven't been this high in Genoa City in years. The family loyalties being tested, the old wounds reopening, the massive power plays. It's classic Y and R. I just need them to let Sally have her baby safely, let Nikki get her sight back, and put Matt Clark in a deep, dark hole where he belongs. Am I asking for too much? Probably. But a fan can dream, right? Let me know what you guys think, because I am losing my mind over here.